In Monaco, gold isn't decoration, it's language. It signals control, timing, and who actually runs the room. And floating above all of it is one name that refuses to stay quiet: Zeus. They call him the Riviera King, not because he's loud, but because everything around him bends. Gold-plated supercars, watches that blind in the sun, a penthouse suspended above Monaco like a throne. From up there, he doesn't just look down on the city, he owns the narrative. But Zeus isn't interesting because he's rich. Plenty of people in Monaco are rich. What separates him is how he turned luxury into legend. Every yacht, every diamond, every calculated appearance feeds a story bigger than money itself. In his world, wealth is only step one. Perception is the real currency. Zeus understands a simple rule most never learn. In Monaco, power isn't what you have, it's what people believe you have. Before we go deeper, like the video, subscribe to Zenith, and comment gold if you're still locked in. Welcome back to Zenith, where we dissect the lives built above limits. As we step inside Zeus's golden empire, we're breaking down how the image was constructed, why it works, and what's hiding behind the shine. Because what if the gold surrounding him isn't just status, but armor? Gods aren't born, they're engineered. And in Monaco, engineering starts with obsession. Long before the gold, before the cameras, Zeus was just another man moving through Monte Carlo, surrounded by wealth he didn't yet control. But instead of admiring it, he studied it. Who got attention? Who vanished? And from that came the blueprint. Not to get rich, but to become unavoidable. Zeus didn't chase elite circles. He built a persona so amplified, it blurred the line between man and myth. On the French Riviera, money is common, influence isn't. This narrow strip from Saint-Tropez to Monaco holds more millionaires per square foot than anywhere on Earth, which changes the rules. Being wealthy doesn't make you special. Being visible does. Zeus understood that early. He didn't just live in Monte Carlo. He embedded himself into its rhythm. Galas, private events, calculated appearances. His penthouse above the harbor isn't just a home, it's a signal, overlooking superyachts stacked like trophies. When he passes the Casino de Monte Carlo, it's not movement, it's performance. In Zeus's world, possessions are statements. His cars aren't transport, they're declarations. A gold-plated Rolls-Royce Phantom, a Lamborghini Aventador cutting through sunlight, a Bugatti that feels more crowned than built. People don't hear him arrive. They see reflections of gold before the engines stop. His watches follow the same rule. Custom Richard Mille pieces, diamond-heavy Audemars Piguet, a one-of-one Patek Philippe rumored to cost more than a Monaco apartment. Time isn't measured in seconds here. It's measured in carats. But this isn't indulgence. It's armor. In a city where luxury fades into the background, Zeus turned excess into insulation. Every layer of gold reinforces the myth. Every appearance widens the distance. Because once you position yourself as the standard, there's no way back. And that leaves the real question beneath the shine. Was this empire built from power, or from the fear of ever becoming ordinary again? In Monaco, the scariest flex isn't gold, it's ambiguity. Zeus never explains, never confirms, never corrects the rumors. He lets people argue in cafes and online threads, real billionaire or genius illusionist. And that debate is the fuel. Because the moment you're trying to figure him out, he already won. In a city addicted to spectacle, uncertainty is the ultimate status symbol. Here's what's real either way. Behind the shine is a machine built to multiply. Zeus treats luxury like an engine, not a hobby. Real estate is the base. Prime addresses in Monte Carlo, penthouses aimed at Port Hercule, boutique hotels built for guests who don't ask prices. He isn't buying walls. He's buying locations that come with prestige preloaded, then stacking partnerships and visibility on top until the address itself becomes part of the myth. Then, he pushes the myth through modern channels, fashion, media, and branding. He aligns with watchmakers, backs exclusive galas, and funds subtle campaigns that keep his name circulating without ever feeling desperate. Every photo is an asset. Every appearance is a deposit. His luxury isn't spending. It's advertising that pays him back in deals, access, and influence. But the higher the image rises, the more maintenance it demands. Perfection has rent, and Zeus isn't a solo act. His crown walks next to him. The Riviera Queen stays mostly out of headlines, which is exactly why she hits harder when she appears. She doesn't compete with the gold, she controls the temperature in the room. Dresses from private Dior and Elie Saab collections, chosen to signal restraint, not noise. People whisper she manages private art, buys and charity connections, that she's the social architect behind doors Zeus doesn't even have to knock on. That's the tension. Is she the stabilizer or the strategist holding the map? Monaco is the stage where he cashes all of this in. The Grand Prix, the yacht show, private galas. He doesn't attend, he choreographs presence. He watches the race from above, hosts the right guests, takes the right photos, disappears at the right moment. Even his yacht doesn't win by being loud, it wins by being inevitable. Because in Monaco, money isn't rare, attention is. Zeus built a system that farms attention and turns it into power. And systems like that don't collapse from boredom. They collapse from one crack, one rumor that lands, one ally who flips, one detail that doesn't match the story. If Zeus is truly a billionaire, he's untouchable. If he's an illusionist, he's even more dangerous. Because he proved you can manufacture a throne out of perception. Either way, the question isn't, how rich is he? The question is, what happens the day the myth stops working? Every empire eventually hits the same wall, not the climb, but the aftermath. For Zeus, the Riviera King, wealth is no longer the problem, continuity is. In Monaco, status is temporary, and admiration is volatile. He understands that gold only works if it keeps moving, reflecting, evolving. Lately, the focus has shifted. Less spectacle, more permanence. Quiet moves into digital luxury. Long-term plays in sustainable real estate. Experiments at the edge of art and technology where prestige can survive changing tastes. Whispers circulate about a fashion house bearing his name, a collaboration-driven label designed to outlive trends and detach the brand from the man. The goal isn't expansion, it's endurance. And that goal runs deeper than business. Those close to Zeus say he's no longer chasing dominance, he's chasing permanence. Not physical immortality, but symbolic survival. He wants Zeus to exist the way legacy names do, untethered from a single figure, recognizable without explanation. A standard, a seal. In a world ruled by attention, the idea isn't unrealistic, but it's fragile, because attention cuts both ways. The same spotlight that elevates can expose. Every new partnership, every appearance, every rumor, either reinforces the myth or threatens to unravel it. In Monaco, admiration crowns kings. Envy buries them. As daylight fades into the Mediterranean, Monaco glows, a mirror of the empire Zeus engineered through precision and restraint. His world isn't built for comfort, it's built for control. Cars, yachts, residences, none of it is accidental. Each element exists to manage perception, to maintain distance, to keep authority intact. Wealth was never the finish line, it was the tool. A language used to sculpt identity into something larger than life. That may be the real mastery. Zeus didn't just accumulate luxury, he weaponized it, turned silence into leverage, turned visibility into power. And by doing so, he became more than a man living in Monaco. He became a story the Riviera keeps repeating. Still, stories survive only as long as people believe in them. And beneath all the gold, the mystery remains. When attention shifts, when fascination fades, when the shine dulls, what's left behind? And that tension is intentional. Zeus understands that mystery is not a flaw in the system. It is the system. By never fully explaining himself, by never confirming the scale of his power, he forces the world to participate in the myth. People speculate, they debate, they project, and in doing so, they keep his presence alive without him needing to speak. Silence becomes strategy. Absence becomes authority. In Monaco, where everyone is seen, the rarest dominance is knowing when not to appear. But there's a final layer few ever see. Zeus understands that true power is quiet succession. The systems he's building aren't meant to peak. They're meant to rotate. Brands that can be licensed without him present. Assets that grow without his name attached. Influence that survives absence. This is where most empires fail. They rely too heavily on the figure at the center. Zeus is trying to remove himself without disappearing, to let the myth operate independently. That's the most dangerous phase of any reign, when the creator steps back and waits to see if the structure still stands. And that's what makes Zeus impossible to ignore. He didn't just chase wealth, he engineered relevance. In Monaco, where money is common and attention is rare, he mastered the only currency that matters: perception. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe, and comment below. More stories like this are coming, and the next one goes even deeper.